play within 5 plays, you good. Defense, call it how you want. Yep. Cover 3 ain't cover. It ain't cover 3 in this league. It's cover 2. Niggas love cover 2. But this league right here, like it's some bad players in it, but most of these niggas, you can get your ass bust on any given fucking game. Let me see. But see, I play my cover 2 over the top. I always like, you know how you change the zones, like you play zone left, zone right, over the top, underneath. I always go over the top. Unless I just bag my corners up and play that bitch underneath. Did I get that fucking tight end? That is my fucking question. I needed a damn tight end. Fuck no, I didn't. Oh well, fuck it. You ain't gonna complain about it. When my settings changed, how the fuck that shit happen? I'm back with some niggas out on the fucking move. That's crazy. Man, they supposed to fix it, but that shit still lagging to me. Like every time I hit one spot in the map, I just lag there every time I get to it.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
How the fuck is he playing defensive end? What the fuck? This shit all fucked up. What happened? Connie, Griffin. That's where it's from. Yeah, I'm glad the nigga thought of this shit. I'm gonna lose a goddamn starter. These settings. Injury zone. Move whatever you tripping on, man. Y'all leave my son alone, man. Man, that nigga in the bed sleep, thumbing it, man. It's my main lead. Oh, both our teams rated 85. Man, I ain't gonna do it like that. Games rated. Have I said fuck you today, Ronnie? If I haven't, pardon me and my rudeness, but fuck you.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Why they got these niggas like this, man? They game been out this long, nigga got on mismatched shoes.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, I knew that shit was gonna happen, man. These fucking tips.
Picked off right around the 43.
Bouncing ass stayed there.
Field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
I keep forgetting this nigga left-handed. Fuck.
Okay, Frank. Mike 54. In your face. Chopper.
Second and 4. There goes a deep ball. Ends up. He rifles one that's intercepted.
If this nigga was rolling the
picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our.
Wow. In the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Nigga got sacked on a fucking handoff.
Because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's second.
Nigga, the first minute of the game, 3 picks and 1 safety.
To throw is Wilson.
No, I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen in the first minute of the game. 3 picks, he threw 2, I threw 1, and he got a safety. Because I picked the ball off and rolled on the fucking 1-yard line.
And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
I can beat that.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
First 2 minutes, 3 picks.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. They scared. Show it up. Show it up.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
No, got into the fucking car. Shit. Look at him.
14. Watch a slant.
There's Wilson to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Wilson. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, what inning are we in? It's not the most common of score lines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had to tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's
damn,
complete.
this nigga survived that hit.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Oh, that's Hollywood.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Towards the end zone for Brown. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Man, that's a stupid ass game. It's 5 fucking 3
in this first quarter. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot, pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me.
The hell he back for it.
Oh my goodness.
They need to get out of here.
How you doing, too?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he want to holler. I don't want to talk. What to?
We got Clowny on both sides. That shit makes no sense.
I need about 60 more of these. Everybody keep blacking out and dying on me. Hello? He took the phone from me.
Man, why'd you holler?
Yeah. Yeah. I have to.
Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Focus, defense. Front it, front it, front it. Out, out, out. 14, front it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Big hold to the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Wilson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route.
Man, I already know I'm finna get fucking roughing the goddamn.
And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight.
We missed.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down now, it's Carson. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I'm going.
Third and long. It's Wilson. They shakes it off. And an alley to run. And now look at this.
This nigga fumbled.
And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Now, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
56 for Mike. 56 for. You don't see me in your nightmare, son. You don't see me in your nightmare. Hatch it.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. It got his man, complete. And a big 32-yard play on third.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. They get to the football. It's blocked.
No, you didn't.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that
I
flag
blocked
was
the
coming
kick.
And
They
I always enjoy
recovered,
the
and this bitch
conversation
face
post,
mask.
because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Yes.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
I face masked him, so the play ain't over. He recovered it. So the play ain't over till I get the ball.
On play action, they'll throw.
Well, my D lineman on his ass right now, though.
Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Michelle. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier.
Now he get the fucking field goal. Man, that's some bullshit.
Down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 5. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football.
Oh my God, this game is ridiculous. I'm ready for this shit to be over with.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Delta.
Yeah, it's worse. Well,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
And it's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it here. Ware. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Check 56. Check 56. Check 50. Check 50.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy with the right foot in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
15-3. He up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Third.
Again, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Fucking player knows the way this shit going. What's coming out here? This is gonna be that fucking halfback fucking swing.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do.
The only thing you can do is the focus train, and that's it.
And then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
But I'm not going to waste my time. I'll do it for the fucking offensive line, but...
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, no. I think he just light-skinned. It's a light-skinned fucking version.
2nd and 6. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Line back on his head.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now left side on the swing pass.
86, 88, something like that.
31-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that
No, he just won the Super Bowl with him.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation,
this nigga left-handed.
The feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up.
Yeah,
you throw it away,
left-handed
throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Trying to be careful. This nigga got all the speed out here.
45-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I trust these niggas. Let's go.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
Oh, turn him around. There you go.
Trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Trying to get a double move on this nigga, but fucking corner so goddamn good.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
So
they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll toss it out to Carson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped.
I think that was Shaq Thompson that nigga got, or Burns.
Yards, and now it's second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now on second and 13, Wilson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be third and 13.
56 to Mike. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 56. Watch the run, watch the run. Sponge.
Got to throw a low ball.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
It's
Metcalf, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
First down and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch the slide.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught, blocking, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Seahawks. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. All day, dog.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Cover 2.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
He dropped it again.
Come on, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead is cut to 2 now. It's 15-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Shit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Wow, he got mossed.
Oh, my goodness. He pulled it in one-handed.
Shit, man.
On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40
It's always
yards.
some shitty receiver to do this shit.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
3rd and long.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, watch that, check right, 54.
Looking to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
That nigga did say,
Let's go.
That's what you did, too, nigga. You said nigger. Nigger, that's what you just said.
Now on 1st down, he'll He'll drop to throw it. Dorsett's
Man, you said Nick Gary.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Don't get mad,
Philip
nigga.
Dorsett, 26 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their
Oh,
lead.
shit, this nigga
As
scored
a fan,
laughing
is
at
there
your ass.
anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty.
All right, this nigga
especially
up by
when it's done
9.
like that
3
for a
minutes
touchdown.
left.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after?
It's
to get it to the
preseason.
end
What the
zone?
fuck I'm playing
Now
hard
after
for?
the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
True.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
That time you said nigga.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Oh, this dude real, man.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go read option with Wilson.
Strip.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Boy, Russell
And
Wilson,
it's
we
picked
so
up by the
trash.
Patriots. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Oh, you so slow.
And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
He dropped the ball.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
36 power. He's coming, double up. Back.
Wilson after the
Man,
play fake
he
to
was-
Carson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
It's Call of Duty for you.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come
Man,
up
he
with
playing
offensively
inside.
after having
Man,
time to
that
talk it
fucking ball
over.
up.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Wilson. On the move to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brian Burns, that's a nigga name.
In there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike.
They're going on fourth down.
Ooh, he was open. I couldn't get it to him.
Escape, and he goes down. Brian. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. 50 seconds to Mike. I got you, son. Let go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.